All right, everybody. Playoff game number 2. This game was rescheduled, I believe, 4 different times in 4 days. Unfortunately, we had to play this game today, which was Thursday, May the 16th, I think. And we didn't have enough players. We only had 5. So we figured out a way to still play the game, despite being short half our players. But we told the other team, basically, if we win this game, we're going to technically forfeit and let them move on. Because we, by rule, didn't have enough players to play the game. So we got all the teams together and talked to them, figured out we worked it out. We made it work to where we could still play the game. We just can't win it, basically. So we just played it like a scrimmage, like a practice. It was our last chance for these girls to all play together, at least a half that were able to make it. So there's a scheduling conflict where they scheduled games at the rec department on top of school events. And they push, I kept saying several games ago, they pushed the season too far late. I mean, we're supposed to be ending the season in the end of April, not the middle of May, which is what caused problems because we're into all the events with the school, the end of season stuff, the dances, the games, and all these kids who are in other activities can't come to half these games. You notice in the past 5 games, we had half our players aren't in any of them because they're tied up and stuff. So that's kind of what happened here. Same deal. But man, we're going to, especially in the beginning of the game, we put forth a good effort. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I lost track of the score. We led at one point. We got beat in the end. I don't remember what the score was. I was confused on what team I was pulling for because I had players of all 3 jerseys on my team. So, yeah, I'm confused on this one. I'm hoping to go back and watch this game and figure out what the score was myself. But either way, get ready. We're still going to play an actual game with actual umpires. We just cannot technically win the game. So here we go with playoff game number 2. And I'm going to do more details about what happened at the end. So if you're curious about why we didn't get to play this game on schedule, at the end of the video, I'm going to go into the long version of what happened. Here we go, playoff game number 2. All right, leading off for the Pirates, number 28. The entire lineup is going to bat twice in the first inning alone. That's how shorthanded we were.
Oh, there you go now. That's a home run. Come on. Come on, Zoe, knock them all in. Pitcher's hit, come on. Get out of here, Joey. Watch it close.
Now batting, number 25, Arthur.
Oh, it's ball not home.
Now batting, number 7, Lisa.
I told you to get 2 flies. You're not going to think it. That's right.
Now batting,
Never mind, just
number
never mind.
27,
Come on. No. Foul ball! No, he can't come. Just leave it down. Come on, Zoe.
All right, everybody. We go through the entire lineup twice in one inning. We got hits from. This is why we just scored so many runs. We open up with a strikeout, looking. That's not good. We follow it up. Number 27 gets a triple. Number 20 gets a double. Then we get a walk, a walk, a walk. Now we're back to number 27 again. She gets another single. 20 gets walk. 3 gets walked, and then finally 14 gets strikeout. So we're putting a lot of runs on the board because we only have 5 players, and our 2 best hitters on the team are 2 of the 5 players. So this has allowed us to do a lot of offense, which really helped. However, after this inning, we're going to have more players. So we got more people starting to trickle in, and we're adding them to the team because basically both teams are treating it like a scrimmage practice game for their game. So you can start seeing some of the red and black Bulldogs jerseys out there. We'll use less of the blue. Because as more of them show up, I tell the blue team that, hey, there's no sense of wearing your girls out. Let's let the Bulldogs players come out here and fill in for us on defense, and we'll let your girls rest on and play. Because they got to play another game. Both teams do. So I was like, we'll equally wear them both out here. That way it ain't unfair to their team. So that's what we do. And then we let a couple of the Bulldogs bat for us. And at somewhere along the lines, we just had different players batting every inning. We got out of order, and we lost track of everything. Because it was just, I wasn't even scoring anymore. I was just, I told them all the girls, just go out there and have fun. This is the last game we're all going to get to play together this season. So let's just enjoy the fact that they actually let us play this game. Because they technically did not have to. We did not have enough players. We technically had to forfeit. Thankfully the coach of the Rebels agreed to let us play the game. And I was like, we won't win it. So we'll just play the game, and they'll win, and they'll go on and play the Bulldogs for the championship. So at least we got to play. I hated to not get to play a game, ending the season with no game getting played. But anyways, here comes the Bulldogs catcher. She's going to catch for us the rest of this game. Number 27 was going to be our catcher, but she hasn't caught in a very long time. She got hurt last season and has only caught one time since. And we were going to just give me a hard time. I need her at first. And we're going to struggle on defense here. We got a lot of our good defensive players aren't playing. We don't have a second baseman. It's going to show. We got our fill-in shortstop playing. We don't have our third baseman. That's going to show. However, in the second inning, we're going to pick up some Bulldogs, and we're going to put them at first and third. Or something like that. I can't remember. I think we started one at third. Yeah, we put one at first because I moved 27 to shortstop later on. We put some of our players back out in center field. A lot of moving around. I lost track of it. So anyways, we're going now to the bottom of the first. The Pirates and the Bulldogs versus the Rebels. This technically is the Pirates and the Bulldogs and the Rebels versus the Rebels. Because I've got players from all 3 teams on my team right now. So, anyways, here we go, bottom of the first.
If you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be.
Most of them want to hear.
So we're so short-handed, we put our right fielder at third, and she actually just fielded that ball. And Lord, if we can get her arm strength there so she can throw it across the other bases, that'd be helpful. Because she couldn't hit first base to save her life. But Lord, they hit a bunch of balls at her, and she fielded them all. To the best of my memory, I don't think she had a single one get by her. She just couldn't get the ball back to first base when she caught it. Hey, keep playing. You'll get that part worked out. And as always, especially in rec ball, good time to point out that your job as a first baseman is to not let that ball go into the dugout. And she came off the bag and caught it and stopped it. Now, it gave up a hit, but we did not allow the runner to get past first. Basically, the first baseman came off the bag, caught the ball, saved the play from going any worse. So yeah, good moments being had there. The right fielder makes a good play fielding the ball. She couldn't get throw over there, but when throw was ball, the first baseman limits the damage, stops the ball from getting a dugout. I mean, for a game like this, that's exactly what you want to happen. People step up and make plays where they're able to. So good job, Pirates. Something else I just noticed here. My shortstop is moving to second every single pitch. I did not see this in the game. She's doing a wonderful job out there. Teach our middle infielders to go over there. Second base is not doing it. They should be doing it also. But that number 28 out there playing shortstop, like she knows what she's doing. That girl has grown so much this season. I've said it in several games, but happy to see her out there making the moves, moving where she's supposed to be at. She's showing a lot of growth and a lot of progress this season. And look at her. Now she's going to third. She's ready to cover the run. The runner goes. I love it. I love it. She's growing. She's getting better. But on the other hand, playing third, you got to make that catch and knock that ball down. You can't let that ball roll out in left field like that. That just scored 2 runs. I think the catcher here didn't realize that's her. We don't have a third baseman playing. She shouldn't have thrown the ball. Now, she did the right thing by throwing the ball. I don't think she didn't realize that we didn't have anybody playing third that knew how to play third. So it's all right. Let's say this is a practice scrimmage game. We ain't too worried about it. Good chance for her to learn. Girl playing third over there has got a whole lot of playing experience in this game.
Catch it. Look.
But I can ball if I want to. Pull up on the bars if I want to. How about that? Put that out in my jumpsuit. Just do what I say.
So, good learning experience for the Pirates infield here. They are mostly outfielders. You know the shortstop. We moved her into the infield in the last game. Worked out pretty good for her. She really, most of the time, knew what to do. Just a few times she missed her assignment, but she mostly did pretty good there. Serviceable in that spot. And then First baseman obviously is our first baseman. We were going to use her at catcher, but the Bulldogs catcher showed up right at the last second. So we put the Bulldogs catcher in there and let our first baseman stay at first to get her more practice because, fingers crossed she's got a decent shot to make an All-Stars team. So, we'll see how that goes next week, but let her get some more time playing first. And she did pretty good. I could have made an attempt at that ball hit between her and second base. I don't think she would have got it. Even if she had got the ball, here's the deal. There's a very slight chance you make a diving play, you knock that ball down. You're not going to get the runner out at first, though. So either way, the ball was going to be a hit. So, the reason why I like to see attempt there was it was a chance to push yourself and learn your limits and see just how well of a diving attempt. This was the time to try that play. But, she played it more straight up like we normally play first base. So, and I think they both forgot because the right fielder, second baseman ran away from the ball. I don't know what she was thinking. Oh, my God. The ball was hit right to her, and she ran over and covered second base. I'm like, the ball's hit your side of the field, you field the ball. You do not run away from the ball when the ball's hit at you. But she ran away from it, and then they momentarily watched it roll out in right field. And I'm over there at first base hollering. I'm like, guys, we don't have a right fielder. Somebody's going to get that ball and end up being in the park home run for the other team there. So, good for her. That was the girl who hit that was a former Black Pirate. She's on the team from a year ago when she's a first baseman. We have 3 first basemen on that team. So, they went and found her another team where she can play first base more because we had too many first basemen on our team that season. But, so she got that in the park home run. Good for her. And what else we have going on? Did I cover all the positions? Short field didn't get any action. We picked up the catcher from the Rebels here. And the girl playing third, it was too hard for her, honestly. She can't throw the ball back to first. But, hey, she fielded the ball that came to her. Ground ball. They hit that ground ball at her pretty good. She fielded it, transferred it real fast. She just couldn't make the throw to first. You know what? Good time to point out there, though, in this situation, first baseman did not let the ball get by her. I was happy to see that. She came way off that bag, way short, caught the ball. If that ball gets by her, that becomes 2 extra bases. So, good job there at first. Good chance for all these other girls to play up and get some infield experience. And here we go to the top of the second. All right, middle of the first. Pirates go 3 up and 3 down. However, I want to point something out here, guys. So my team, if you're watching this, that is a good way to get hurt playing first base. That girl stretched out, completely blocked the path to the bag. You got to be really careful. Now, one problem with this park this season, I've complained a lot about the park lately this season. I don't think I've ever done that before in a video, but number one, the scheduling sucks this year. And another thing, and I pointed this out to him beginning of the season, we do not have a softball field. We are playing on a baseball field. We do not have a softball first base. We have a baseball first base. These girls are used to playing on a softball base. Now, don't get me wrong, as these girls start moving up into high school ages and travel ball, I think, all-stars, we're kind of, with me and my kid, we're just starting to get to the cusp of looking at starting to do some of that stuff because we're getting good enough at rec ball to do that. You're not going to have double first bases in a lot of these things. But at rec ball, we have a double first base, so the first baseman there is playing it like there's a double first base. But there's not one. There's a single base on this field. The park didn't build it right. I mean, that's why we got our catcher hurt by the metal wire sticking out of the fence, because she got her hand hung up in it in the previous game. You know, and now if we're playing dirty softball, we just hurt our first baseman because she completely blocked the path to the bag. So, to everybody playing on the team watching this, if you ever want to play first, you want to play any infield position, do not block the path to the bag. That isn't, I think it's obstruction. I get obstruction and interference mixed up which one's which. One's when the runner causes it, and one is when the defender calls it. Defender has the right to the ball, but you cannot block the path to a bag. You have to leave room for the runner to get to the bag there. And you'll notice our runner had to go around her to get to first base. So, good heads up. Good thing to point out to everybody going forward there. So, time being now, we just picked up a bulldog at third. I think we actually have an outfielder now because we moved one of our girls back to the outfield. Next inning, I'm going to swap that girl at third. I should have put her at first. I should not have put her at third. This happened last minute with 100 players trying to figure out how we're going to go, and I'm like, I don't care. Just get out there in the field somewhere, play and learn, you know. And then I realized when I saw her out there, I was like, oh, crap. I shouldn't have put that girl at third. I should have put her at first because she can't run. But anyways, here we go with the bottom of the second. Nobody got hurt. We're good.
Huh? No. Why did you buy it? Why did you buy it? Huh? You wanted it. And why are you trying to give to other people? Why would you trying to give to other people?
All right, run on first. Middle infield wasn't paying attention. So that's our shortstop we used last game. She knew to cover that, and she just missed it. Work on that for next season. All right, number 28. I know you watch these videos. Whenever that happens and that ball gets by you and you're backing the base up, I know that's twice I've seen that so far. Run about a step or two farther behind the runner. That way you got more time to react and get the ball. So that's why you're not getting it. You're not having enough time. You're too close to the runner. So run more towards the grass, if that makes sense. When you're shadowing the runner to third base, have a bigger gap so that when the ball gets by our third baseman, you got time to adjust and field that ball. That'll help you going forward. That's what happens when you get eat up like that. You can't, if the ball gets by a baseman and you miss the backup, that means you were too close to that baseman. You need to put another 5 feet or so between you, and then that'll help you going forward. So y'all remember COVID. Think back to COVID times. And the same thing, by the way, when you're playing center field. If left field makes the play and you go to back up the play, you don't want to be right behind the left fielder as they're making a catch. You want to be about 10 feet behind the left fielder So that if the ball bounces out of their glove and it shoots to one side or the other, you got time to adjust and get the ball. The same principle applies when you're back up the infield. Don't be so close to the third baseman that if they miss the ball, you don't got time to catch it. So, anyways, you just covered a run the second. I wasn't watching. Back to the game. So even zoomed in, I can't tell if the error is on second baseman or if it's on the shortstop, but that ball was not caught and it should have been. Could have turned two, probably would have only got one because the shortstop bobbled the ball. But hey, you know, she stopped the ball from getting by her, and she's only been playing shortstop for a game and a half, so I guess can't complain too much.
But I can ball if I want.
Quit bouncing.
That ball.
I can tell that money's got you working. We've been talking for so long. Now we're finally here.
All right, so if you remember, I told you we're going to mess up the scoring in this game. Well, yeah, they scored 10 runs, the last batter. They messed up the scoring. So anyways, I'm going to change this in my game changer here and fix it as I'm scoring the game. But they're supposed to have 12 runs right now. You only get 5 in inning. Somewhere we lost count, talking, chatting over there. Like I said, the game don't matter. At the end of the day, we're going to lose the game. They're going to win. We have to because we technically, officially forfeited the game. We're just playing the game for a scrimmage and practice. And I want my girls to get one last at bat in actual playing time. So that's what we're doing. So we did hold it to the proper 10 runs, 5 for this inning. But we did not get any outs. So in game changer, I don't want to take number 12 there who batted last when she wasn't supposed to. She got a double. I want to rob her to stats. So I'm going to just count the runners out at home and hold the run at 10. And then we're going to end the inning as though we got outs on defense, and we didn't. So let's see, what do we have happen there? Number 28, she's getting placed at shortstop. She wasn't in the zone at this game. Her throws are off. She pulled the first baseman off the bag, I think, with every single throw from shortstop. First baseman came off and caught them all. None of them got by her. That's a good job there. Number one thing of first baseman at this point is controlling damage. And she did a good job there. Shortstop, I mean, she fielded the ball. She had that one to hit and bobbled. She barehanded it. Lessons learned that we taught in practice. Don't pick up a bobbled ball with your glove. Pick it up with your hand. The ball's just sitting on the ground. So, yeah, she picks it up, throws it to second. I don't know if throw was bad or the second baseman just didn't catch it. Second baseman that we got there, for the new player, one of her things she's good at is catching a ball you throw to her. She don't usually let the ball get by her. One of the things she's not as good at is moving and getting to the ball when it's not an accurate throw. So I don't know if the shortstop threw it to her side and second baseman to catch it or what. But either way, it is what it is. We had that little error there. And I'm about to correct my defensive positions and all that. So, hey, here we go. We're batting again. Number 20 coming up the bat. What inning are we in now? Third? Something like that. Here we go.
Go!
Hey, who's on deck? Get that bat.
Come on, Zoe. Come on, Zoe, you can do it. Come on, Zoe, knock her in.
Number 26, Wayne.
Yeah, I had to zoom in on that. That was a good catch by their catcher there. We went for the bunt and popped it up, so good try there for our batter number 3, but that was an awesome catch for their catcher.
Hey, who's on deck? Get that bat.
Come on, Zoe. Come on, Zoe, you can do it. Come on, Zoe, knock her in.
Number 26, Wayne.
All right, let's see what we do here. We start off with 3 of our players. Our first one gets a double. She eventually gets home and scores on the rundown there. Then the second batter for us bunts a fly out to the catcher. Then our next batter is a strikeout swinging, very late, but swinging. Then we pick up the 2 pool players. One of them gets walked. That was the catcher for the Bulldogs. And then the other one is the third baseman / first. Usually, she played third base when we played them last time. She played first base most of the time when we played them in years past. But anyways, she flies out to right field. She got a big hit, and their right field was ready, and they caught it. So that is the end of the inning. We score 1 run. We're back up to 10-5, and I think this is our last inning we're about to play here. We might have one more. I don't remember. So anyways, 10-5 right now. So the way we got this on defense, number 88 from the Bulldogs is going to play third. Number 11 from the Bulldogs is going to play first. We're going to bump our first baseman, number 27, the shortstop. That is her backup position. I guess she's not pitching. But then we're going to put number 3 at second base. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you, between 14 and 28, all I know is they played somewhere in the outfield. Another thing I realized at some point, we had oh God, what number is that girl now? Is she 18? We had another player for the Bulldogs who played outfield for us. I didn't even know she played. She said, "Hey, man, dugout." I'm like, "What are you doing in here?" And no, she was playing. She played the whole inning for us. I didn't even realize it. I'm like I said, guys, it's a scrimmage. I wasn't paying that much attention at this point. We've already lost the game. We can't even win it now. And we're just playing, having fun. I went over here and talked to these guys for a second on the side. I don't know what I told them. I just basically was like, I don't know how many people have even batting for me. People are here playing. I didn't realize we're on the team. It's just scrimmage at this point. We're just keeping score for the fun of it. Good chance to get some stats for my players for the last game. And that's kind of what we're doing. So, anyways, let's get ready to go into the whatever inning we're in, bottom to third. All right, now I know why I didn't realize she's playing. She's walking out the left field right now, and I'm over here talking to the other team. That's why I didn't know she was out there. I think she wears number 18. I never forgot. She played for us and against us this season, and she's playing for us again. So she was on the team last fall. She's the one I always reference that we wanted to play first base so bad, and I never got to play her at first because that's the year we had the 14-player rosters, and I had to bench 4 players in the inning. And I played her at first a couple times. I didn't play her at first much. She's kind of one of the ones referenced. Also, number 3 on this team was on that one, number 28. 11. We had a lot of players on this team from that team, too. And unfortunately, like I say, the players that needed the time, the work, the development, they all rotated bench every other inning and didn't get no better. I hated that season for having that many players. But anyways, here we go. We're actually going to do the bottom of the third now. And we have 3 outfielders now. How about that?
How was it for like an hour? What? Come here! That's all the oranges. You want some orange, Papa? Need some orange. Can you let me start my new
Everybody good? Can't keep up with this every day but yesterday.
You're orange.
Bring it over.
They have a game at 7:30.
Go ahead and take this one to the truck.
You know.
Papa, I need a trash bag. Kid. You got me sushi? Yeah. Is this mine?
Rewind.
Hey, you know this sushi? You know what?
But I can ball if I want to. Pull up on the cars if I want to. How about that? Put that on in my jumpsuit. Just do what I say and I love you. I can get to my own. I'm so baby.
How's y'all's team doing?
Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm trying to separate them. So you drop them.
Hey, slow it down.
3-1.
Come on, Rosie, you got it. Let's go.
Ball four. Yeah, yeah. Two. Yeah, yeah. Drink it, go. Turn me to it.
I'm trying the one with spicy sauce on it. I ate when it commented. You know, back yeah, ready?
What's up?
Allie, you want a piece? Drop it. How much you like that? More for me. I bought him a chair. I don't want to. She said she didn't want any somewhere. For me. You got Sabrina and Riley. Riley doesn't like sushi. Sabrina barely likes it. Sabrina asked for it.
Foul ball. Right here in the box.
Eat the spicy. Put it flat when you pick it up. It's already
Good job on your gameplay today.
All right, that is the end of the third inning. The scoreboard says it is 12-5. They've messed that scoreboard up. It is actually now 13-5, and it should be 15-5 if we actually followed what we did the last inning. But like I say, it was a scrimmage game. We didn't count the runs. So we were supposed to stop that last inning a batter or two earlier. We didn't. Not the one that just finished the one an inning ago. And so the one we just finished, we did right, but they actually scored one more run than they took credit for. Like we said, we weren't watching it closely. Guys, like I said, another thing, my left fielder I got playing out there, I didn't even know this girl was on the field. That's how little we were, just not putting that much into it. We just let it be a scrimmage for both the teams. I've got half the Bulldog players playing on my team, and we're going against the Rebels. And it's like we're just they're letting us play out, get some more at-bats. The biggest thing I was worried about, let my girls get one more time on the field together, one more chance to get up here and hit the ball again with a bat, and do that kind of stuff. So it was fun for that reason. We got to do all that stuff. We accomplished all the goals we wanted with this game, and we got some more bats. We got to rotate around, play some defense. Got to put them back in their good spots they're used to playing. Got to warm up the two teams getting ready to play after us. By the way, the Bulldogs won the game 8-1 when I left and came home. I stayed and watched a lot of it, and then when the game was actually over, it was 8-1. At that point, they couldn't come back. So I loaded up stuff, went home, got home right about the time the game ended. I started getting messages from everybody who was there. You sent me all the pictures and all that stuff of all of them together. So cool thing, we didn't get to get a ring this year, but we got a ring last year. I was pretty excited by that. And so we're getting ready to go next inning. They've moved their defense around a little bit. I don't even know who's batting for us. Are we back top of our lineup? Okay, well, she ain't batting. I think we're back top of our lineup because the girl I got showing right now on Game Changer ain't batting. I got Game Changer showing 5-13, scoreboard 5-12. Either way, here's what it is. Oh, yeah, by the way, I mentioned this earlier. We are the visiting team. We're playing on the home side. So we knew once we forfeited, the other team was going to be the visiting team for the next game. So we just like, hey, we all agreed we'll take the dugout that they're going to use the next game so they don't have to move their stuff twice. So that's what we did. Running out of things to talk about. Getting ready to go to the 4th inning. Yep. All right. Let's just. Oh yeah. What are we doing in the game? I didn't write it down. Did we just come off offense? No, we're on offense now. What are we doing defense? We got 3 outs some kind of way. Let's see. I know we had a ball or two hit the shortstop. We had, let's see, a strikeout. Oh, all 3 strikeouts. Yeah, the one ball that went to shortstop, the runner outran it. So we hit it, we fielded it, ran it over. That was our shortstop. We already talked about that. So number 27 for our team is playing shortstop. Number 3 is playing second. Number 11 for the Bulldogs playing first. Number 88 for the Bulldogs playing third. So they're locking down the corners. We're playing middle infield. So our shortstop fielded the ball, got over to first, but the runner, it wasn't number 12, but number 26 runs pretty quick too. Number 12 can scoot though. That little girl, when she runs, she's quick. 26 ain't slow though. She's pretty quick too. So she outran the ball, the throw, and was safe. I don't think we had any other ones. Single, walk, strikeout, walk, strikeout. So other than that one hit, it was all walks and strikeouts. Here we go, up the bat, top of the 4th.
Go!
on, Zoe. Knock him in. Keep the eye on the ball.
Momo! 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 Where's my card?
On the road. But I don't know if it's on.
Where is she?
Riding together. He ain't gonna go for that again.
This is freaking stupid.
Come here, we'll call her. You want me to call her?
Either that, we don't call the game.
So we were about to have some fun. That was ball game. They just called it. What we were about to do is we were going to let number 20 be the catcher, 27 be the pitcher. We kind of hesitated there because 27's shoulder was sore and we didn't want her hurting herself right before All-Stars tryouts. 20 wanted to be a catcher. So that's what we were going to do, but then they called the ball game. I'd lost track of the time. Guess, number one, we got to thank everybody coming here and played with us, and good season here. Let's wrap this up, though. Let's go pull the stats because it's late. I'm tired. I got to get up in a couple hours. So, not a lot of voiceover. Let's go do the stats. So, number one, before we do the stats, guys, let's thank the Rebels that they let us play this game. They did not have to do this. I'm really thankful to their coach and their team for going along with this. We were about to end this season on a very bad note if we didn't play this game, and they let us do it, and really just can't say enough how thankful I am. Thankful the Bulldogs came out there and loaned us some players. I'm happy for my kid. Ain't gonna lie, guys. I mean, she got to play. There's a lot of girls out here she's friends with that have never been teammates before, and she kind of got to play with some of these girls today as teammates. And I was happy for her to get to play with them, have a good time with them, and fingers crossed. We're hoping for All-Stars, so we'll see how it goes. Tryouts are in a couple days. But in the meantime, I'm not going to pull the stats right now. I'm going to bed. It's almost 2 in the morning. I'm tired. So I'm going to pull the stats in the morning. No, I'm not. I'm going to be home in the morning. Some point tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to pull the stats, and we'll add them at the end of the game. I mean, I've got them already, but I got to organize them and sort it out while I read it fast. So that's it for tonight. We'll pick it up in the morning. All right, we'll try the statistic recap. Here we are 14, 15 hours later. I got a whopping 3 hours of sleep. Went around the day even doing stuff. So here we go. The game probably goes down in the books as 12-5, although we did not really didn't keep the score very well. We started keeping score. I mean, we were like 5-4 in the beginning of the game, but then it just got chaotic, and we all lost track, and just the game didn't matter anyway. So we were roughly keeping score. So we probably technically or officially forfeited the game because we only had 5 players. You took 8 to start a game. We had 5. We thought we were going to have 7 there, but a lot of people didn't respond, didn't say they were not coming, so we just didn't really know for sure. I knew for sure 2 were not coming. I was pretty sure 2 others were not coming, but I didn't know that for certain. And then, I just didn't hear from the other ones. And then, stuff happened, and we didn't have some players there. So, kind of sucks, but this is a nature of not the fault of the players who didn't come. We had just absolute scheduling mess coming up to this. They kept moving the date of the game, and then they changed it to the date we were on 24 hours for the day, and I couldn't get half my team to make it because they had other commitments they had to go to. And so we didn't get to play the game. So we only had 5 players on our team there. We borrowed a catcher from the Bulldogs. We borrowed 2 outfielders from the Rebels. And then we swapped them out with Bulldogs as Bulldogs showed up. That way we could at least play a game against the Rebels. Again, I'm thankful they let us even do that. So it was kind of, for them, a pregame practice for the other 2 teams, Rebels and Bulldogs, because they ended up playing for the championship immediately after us. But we had some good plays. Number 20 and number 27 had multi-hit games. Both of them did. Number 27 ends up hitting a triple in the first inning that bounced off the fence in left field. It was almost a home run. It was her biggest hit she has had so far playing softball. Let's see. Number 3 got 2 innings playing infield experience, and she desperately needs it. So she got 2 innings of experience there for her. Number 14 and number 28 also got a couple innings in the infield. At the end of the game, we were using Bulldogs at first and third on defense there. This will end up being our last time on the field together, at least for the half of the team here. I really hate going back and looking to realize that last game we had was our last time together, and we didn't know it. We would have, I don't know, maybe done something different for the team had we known that. But we didn't know at the time that was our last game because we thought we were playing Monday, which is today's Friday when I'm editing this. So, yeah, it was a fun season, most competitive season I think we've had, where the teams were definitely closer to each other than in previous seasons I've played. We've always had 1 or 2 teams that were really, really good and everybody else just fighting for scraps. Now, this season it was a lot more close. The Bulldogs went undefeated, but they were not the way they played it. They still had their really good pitcher, but they didn't pitch her. She played defense, and they used their other team to play. And so the way they played, they were much closer to everybody else. They still had really, really good experience on their infield, and they were the best team, clearly. They won the championship. They clearly were the best team. But and they absolutely earned it, for what they did there. But yeah, it was a good season. I love how competitive it was, and everybody, the first day of playoffs, both games were decided by 1 point, 1 run. We lost our game to the Rebels by 1 run. The Rebels turned around and lost to the Bulldogs by 1 run. So the first round of the playoffs was all 1-run games. That was awesome. So back to our game, though. On offense, we had 23 plate appearances. We scored 5 runs. We had 7 hits, 5 walks, 1 hit by pitch, and 4 strikeouts. Hits were from number 20. She got 3 of them. Number 27 got 2 hits, number 28 got 1, and number 3 got a hit. We had walks from number 14, number 20, number 28, number 3, and the catcher from the Bulldogs. I think her number's 24, I can't remember. Number 27 had 2 ground outs, triple and a single. Number 20 had 2 doubles, a single and a walk. Number 28 got a ground out, a strikeout, a walk, and a single, but she was thrown out at second on the single because I sent her to 2. They made a defensive mistake. I sent her to take 2, and she didn't slide in the second. She walked into it, and they tagged her out. So base running blunder there got her. Number 3 got hit by a pitch, got a walk, got a ground out, and got a single. Number 14 had a walk and 3 strikeouts, but they were at least all swinging. Number 24, I'm assuming, was the catcher. I think that's her number. She had a fly out and a walk. And I say that because she used to be number 77, and she was number 24. I can't remember which one she is this season. So I'm saying she's 24 right now. Number 88, that was another one of the Bulldogs. She had a fly out, and then, of course, number 11 didn't bat for us. I told the other team I didn't think it was fair to let her bat because she would have crushed it if she did. She can't run anyway. So, for pitching, our team, number 20, pitched the entire game. She faced 24 batters, I got 13 runs on Game Changer app, 12 on the scoreboard. I have no idea. I got 9 runs earned. I didn't even score that one right because the one hit out in right field, we didn't have a right fielder out there. And so that run scored, emptied bases out, and there was nobody there to field the ball. So, yeah, I don't know how many of these runs really were earned. It was the way I scored it was 9 earned. It might not even been that many. But what really killed us, aside from 7 hits, I love the 7 hits, it was the 10 walks. That was what was bad. Say with pitching, you cannot put batters on base for free. That will kill you. But we had 4 strikeouts. That was good. She threw 85 pitches. There were 38% strikes. Not, below her average for sure. Her average this season has been high 40s to 50% on strikes. 38% is closer to how she pitched a year ago. She was usually in the 30s, a year ago when she pitched for us. The Rebels' batting average was a 538 versus the Pirates, which was a 412. The Rebels' OPS was a 1596 versus the Pirates' 1212. So they out-hit us and got on base better than we did. But again, I'm going to point out, though, that, I mean, really the first inning was the only inning we ever played with just Bulldogs on offense. With Pirates on offense. After the first inning, we started sprinkling other players, and I had players coming from everywhere that I didn't even realize were on my team. So, defense. For defense, we started all Pirates on the infield and the Bulldogs catcher. You know, then we put 27 at first. That's her normal spot. 14 at second. We had 28 at short, same spot she played last game. We had number 3 at third. Next inning, it was just experience for some of them girls. I'm going to say, you saw even put number 3 over there. She couldn't play third. I mean, I just put her there to let her get some experience over there. Just, she fielded the ground ball, I was like that part. But she can't throw the ball from third to first. So, obviously not her spot. It was just, like I said, a glorified scrimmage game. It was a good experience for them. She got to feel the ball that came at her like a missile. And she fielded it. So, that's a good experience right there, just that one play. Well, yeah, then we put number 11 over there for next inning. Then we put number 11 at first inning after that. Anyways, I got to go through the whole lineup. I'll probably cover that during the game. But several times we didn't have outfielders, and we had hits getting over the infield, and it emptied bases out. So that's why I say I don't want to put all them runs on the pitcher like the pitcher had a bad game. That was partly just the nature of the game we were playing. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but, yeah, there were times playing this game that I didn't, like I mentioned the game was chaotic. Yeah, there were times I looked up and, did I skip this section or did I read it? I looked up at times and didn't know what was going on because I'm looking out there at my team and I'm like, there's Rebels on offense, Rebels on defense, there's Bulldogs on defense, Bulldogs on offense. And I'm like, I can't figure out which team is mine, because I only had 5 girls out there in my shirts and everybody else was wearing blue and black. So it was confusing and I kind of lost track of the game. We didn't worry about it. Like I say, it was essentially a glorified scrimmage game. We had girls from all 3 teams. It was nice that our 2 best hitters got to bat twice in an inning, and they scored all 4 of those runs in the first inning, which was most of the runs we scored in the game. But, it's good for them. Everybody just all around got a lot of practice. So, for the stat leaders at this point in the season, that's kind of where we're up to now. I'll say that number 20 won the most number of hits. She had 12. Number 27 was second with 10 hits. Number 14 and number 21 both tied at third with 6 hits. So that's for the season there. Batting averages, number 20 had a 750 batting average, so she's number 1. Number 2 is number 27 on our team, a first baseman there. She had a 526 batting average. Number 3 was our catcher, number 21 there. She had a 316 batting average. So really the first 2, I'm going to say the number 1 player has a massive gap between number 2. Number 2 has a massive gap back to number 3, and number 3 through number probably 6 are all pretty close to each other. So yeah, OPS was about the same way. Number 20 had a 2458. Number 27 had a 1427. And then our third place one was our girl who got hurt. She had an 1187 with only about half the games played. Game balls, I considered 2. Number 20 and number 27 were the 2 I was going to get the game ball to. Like I said, they were our offense for the game. They got pretty much most of our hits and most of our runs scored. Number 20, what happened after the game was that they needed another player for the next game. So they kept number 20, and she played in the championship game for the Rebels afterwards because they were 2 players short. And so she gets, I already knew they were going to take her. So she gets to play in that game. She got a silver ring for finishing second. And she got an extra game. So I told her when I got everybody together afterwards and I asked the team, I even asked the coaches, I'm like, I was down to number 20 and 27 for the game ball, and I wasn't sure which one to give it to. And so they just didn't really have an answer. I was like, well, look, number 20 is about to play another game, so that's her game ball. And she got a ring, so I gave the game ball to number 27 because the hit she got was the biggest hit she's ever had. I was like, you know what? She has just set her record for her best hit. And I even said, I think had she got a better jump out of the box, I think it would have been in the park home run. Because she almost got sent. She walked in the third and was almost sent home. In the last second, they made a really good defensive play and got the ball in, and third base coach held her because he didn't even say he was about to send her. But they just last second got the ball in too quick. So she also, in the first inning there, second inning, was saving some bad throws from, again, players who don't normally play defense in the infield. They just don't have the muscle memory with the throw. So they were missing some of the throws, and she saved those. I don't think a single throw got by her, and none of them got to her. But none of them got by her. So anyways, All-Stars tryouts has been moved. And like I mentioned earlier, I've already found out now since I wrote my notes, it's actually been canceled. So that is my game stats. Let's go stop this and see how much time I have left and if I got anything else I can talk about. So you know what? I'm going to tell the story because I got 6 minutes to burn while waiting on the catcher to come wave ahead of the camera here. So number 27 and number 20 lead every stat on the team, right? I mean, number 20 is first. I said them in the wrong order. 27 is my kid. That's why I said her first. She's the only reason why I do this. But number 20 leads. She's the best player at every statistical category. She's the best player on the team. Number 27 is second best player on the team at every single thing. The crazy thing about that, they both started the same season on our 12U team in spring. And, you know, they both started as, neither one of them were worst player on teams, obviously, but they both started, you know, middle of the pack kind of. They were decent, and they got better, and they got better in 12U. And I remember that by the end of 12U, I had this way that I looked at the season, or maybe it was the next season, when that first year went to 16U. There was a way that I took the season, and I said, you know, if we just isolate the last 5 games of the last season starting into this season, 27 and 20, because they've been the same 2 numbers the whole time, we're 1 and 2 on the team. And it was, I can't remember if it was the first or second year I figured that out, when I just got back looking at how I could do the stats. I'm like, once you isolate their first few games where they were new, they both were awesome. And the crazy thing about it is I love, you know, even with my daughter, you know, 20 went on and started playing travel ball. And she got a whole lot better playing travel ball. And my daughter didn't play travel ball. She stayed here playing rec ball every season. And she's also gotten better. Just, they may not quite 100% at the pace of number 20, but she's still right behind her, you know. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And I love seeing the, you know, the reward of all their hard work that they've grown. And even some of these newer players have added, like 11 and 28. You know, number 2, who's new to me this season, but I played against her last season. You know, a lot of these girls have grown a lot since I've had them. And they've gotten a lot better, especially this season that we had some help with coaching. And I've changed my coaching style in a lot of ways this season. And, you know, it's made all these girls a lot better. Number 3, who, you know, we didn't get to work with her in preseason practice because she wasn't ever there. But when we got her, once the season started, we couldn't work on her defense because it was midseason. You can't do anything. But we got to work with her offense every day in the cages before we warm up before the game. And we got her a lot better, at least at the offensive side. So, you know, that was all, a lot of that is thanks to the coach of the Gray Pirates, Jeff, who came over and helped me out. You know, I talked him out of retirement this season. I was like, man, just come out here. I just wanted to watch how he worked the team. You know, I've never been involved with another coach before. We've never been on another team. We've never made All-Stars before. Not with me and my kid, you know. We've never made none of these other teams. We never played travel ball on another team. We've never played on another rec team. I was like, I don't know how anybody else runs a team. I just made up my own way to do this, and it's worked pretty good. But I'm like, I want to learn more, and I learned a ton this season. I've implemented so many things, you know, this season that I'm doing differently going forward that like I've done this season. And it's, you know, dialing up the aggression to help all these kids get better. You know, and I can't wait to play more seasons with them and whoever new we get, because some of these girls don't play different. I got a couple that don't play fall, a couple that don't play spring, you know, so I can't wait for coming seasons to see how this all works out. I really look forward to it. You know, like I say, it's really cool to go back and see that these same 2 who started together are 1 and 2 on a team. That's my happiest thing, I think, looking at all this. You know, 27 and 20 started at the same time, and here they are still number 1, number 2 on a team. You know, that's so cool to see them 2 growing together at the same pace. And, you know, we got a lot of girls. Obviously, the pitcher you're seeing her, the Bulldogs, I don't think she pitches this game. But one of their pitchers was on my team the second season I had, you know. And along with number 7, I got on my team. No, she wasn't on that team. No, 21. 21 was on my first team, too. I forgot about that. Yeah, she was on that team, and that was her first time playing. So my catcher I got here, you know, she wasn't even a catcher back then. She had just started learning how to play second base that season. She was always in center field. And she started figuring out infield, and I got her back a year later, and she'd learned to be a catcher with the year I didn't have her. So, yeah, like I say, I've really learned a lot. I can't wait for a new season to implement all the things I've learned, all the mindset changes I have, and just how I warm a team, how I do a preseason practice, how I warm up a team in a batting cage. You know, I used to always have assistants that I always ask them all the time, man, if you got input, tell me, because I'm a sponge, and I'm trying to learn from all these guys, because I never was on another team. So, yeah, really exciting there. Really looking forward to the possibility of All-Stars. I think my daughter's got a really good shot at it. You know, say if I were building a team, I would take her, and not to treat her differently than everybody else. I think she's one of the 12 best players in the league right now. So, yeah, taking All-Stars team, that's what I would do, but I'm not running All-Stars team. We got beat. The team that won it right here at Bulldogs, they're going to pick who goes. So it's up to them. It's their call. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I hope we get to make it. I hope, even for another reasons, I want her to have the experience of All-Stars. And, two, I wouldn't mind learning some new things. You know, other coaches coach things differently. I might see how they do things. But, wow, that's a good way to do it. Now, I pointed out in the previous game when we had the Rebels players with us that I noticed their shortstop don't play it the way we teach it. I'm like, wow, she's doing some stuff different that I don't do. I didn't like it. I would rather do it the way I do it. I watch them like, well, that's a different mindset. And I thought about it to see if maybe I like it. Might change my mindset when I see how somebody else coaches a team. So that's what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to All-Stars for the experience for her, number one, and for just the knowledge for me, because I want to do these girls a good justice here. I want them all. I want to make these girls the best players they can be. And I'm not trained on how to be a coach. You know, I just kind of figured it out. So, obviously, getting to go along and watch my daughter play for another coach would be pretty cool. So, I'm really looking forward to that. Fingers crossed that the All-Stars happen. If it don't, hey, we'll go enter some tournaments, and we'll make our own little tournament team. And we'll do that this summer, and we'll fill up some empty weekends doing that. And then, this is a Jeep channel. I'm always down for some Jeep rods. So, yeah, that'll be coming. But right now, softball, I'm focused on making my kids as good as she can be. And anybody else who sends me their kids, I want to make them as good as they can possibly be. So we're waiting for the catcher to come by and wave hey to the camera. I saw her going to wave hey to it, so I told her I was going to wait till she got done before I turned it off. So any moment now, she's running up to the camera and waving hey because it's coming. Is this the moment here? Hey, I got to read her number when it happens. Let's see. Hello. 24 was her number. Okay, so it's 24 this season. She was 77 in previous seasons. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. The season is over. Looking forward to All-Stars and fall. We'll see you then. 1870 Off-Road.